All right, you fuckers ready?
Yes, let's go.
Ho, ho. Talk is cheap, motherfucker.
In 3, 2, I might keep that in there, Dunk. 1.
Where the hood at?
Motherfucker. Holy shit. Oh my God. Rest in peace, DMX. And man, I tell you what, 4 years ago, there was this young, very defiant young female on Dr. Phil, and she had a very famous catchphrase. It was, "Catch me outside." How about that? And it took over the world. And shortly after the show started in Beaver, we made the accurate prediction that as soon as this poor little girl turned 18 years old, she was going to be a porn star. It was guaranteed. And it literally took her 3 hours to sign up for OnlyFans. This is highly inappropriate. Holy shit.
Hit record.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to Highly Inappropriate.
I don't think she's going to be expecting something big, do you?
What, like anal?
Whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Highly Inappropriate.
Right, so let me get this straight. So I'm going to pay for a blowjob and I got to pay for a goddamn hotel room too? Well, that just seems like I'm spending too much money for nothing. I got a house. You can just get your ass over here and I can just do the blowjob here.
Highly Inappropriate.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
They can kiss my fat vagina, because I'm bringing the motherfucking pay.
Woo-hoo. Welcome to Highly Inappropriate. Rest in peace, DMX. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about Bad Baby. And I do that right? I don't know. Fuck.
That's good. That's good.
What else is going on this week? We've got people getting paid with pennies. Shit's exploding. Paul Pierce having the fucking time of his life. And a fighter loses his finger during a fight. Yes, it's actually a cage fight. So what a show, guys. And I'm so happy to be here. A lot of you guys are probably like, why the fuck are we live on a Sunday? So Dunk, why are we live on a Sunday? Go.
Looks like Dunk's going to second shift, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to be live on Sundays from here on out.
Here and out, we're going to Sundays. And as far as it's going to be a little in the flux, let's say that for a while. So we're going to kind of play around with times. We might do a morning show. We might do an evening show until we find something that sticks. Then we're going to hammer it. Also, our big announcement that I said on Facebook is we are now doing a monthly show at Capone's in Shelbyville. So for everybody that came out there, let's go! Everybody that's came out there in the last, our last 2 shows out there, it's been fucking awesome. 3 shows, I guess, if you count the Super Bowl show last year. It's been fucking awesome. We appreciate y'all, and we're going to be doing it once a month. They're actually finishing. They're upstairs. It's going to have like a patio, I guess. It's going to overlook the new circle. We got some exciting shit coming on. So I can just see myself, and I think we've mentioned it on the show, see myself a live concert there on the circle in Shelbyville. We're all on the deck talking shit to people, as they're, doing our live show. It's going to be fucking awesome. So we'll make an announcement here shortly when our next show is going to be, but we're going to start doing a monthly show there. So stay tuned for details. That's fucking awesome. Let's go.
Let's go,
Depending
boys.
on range of mics, Matt, I should go down to the circle and talk, let people talk shit back to the show.
Oh, for sure. The range on the mics I have are like crazy. It's you could literally you could literally go to the stage and talk shit. And I'm just picturing our speakers over the balcony. Oh, I'm so fucking pumped. And I'm also picturing, I think we should do a live show from their patio this summer. Correct.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all in. I'm all
Porch
in.
podcast.
Porch podcast. Yeah. Let's go. All right. So I am definitely buzzing here, guys. Everybody here having a drink, correct? Correct, Mundo?
Yes.
Yep.
We in there.
We in there. So we in this
These
dick.
Bud Light Platinum seltzers, man. No free ads, but good God, they are delicious and they are strong.
You know what's funny is, so I'm actually drinking Jim Beam. I got for at my work Christmas party. It was almost 2 years ago. it was a 2019 Christmas party. I just discovered it. I forgot I had it in a box, so I hope it's still good. We'll see if I shit my pants
That
or
shit
not.
ain't gonna age.
It does.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I can drink a fifth of Jim Beam and still stand still, dude. It's that Kid Rock, you know.
You could still stand still
Like
because
Kid
you're laying
Rock.
on the fucking ground, passed out. You'd be still, you'd be still as fuck.
The biggest thing I wanted to say to that, Matt, is I can't believe that you forgot about a bottle of alcohol, because even alcohol I don't like does not last in my house. It's gone in probably a week or two.
I know you'd be surprised, but like I just haven't drank much. Like I swear to God, probably since quarantine, I just haven't drank much. I don't know. It's been, I guess, part of my health kick. I was trying to lose a lot. I'm not really lose weight, but just get in better shape. So even when I do drink, it's I'm gonna get drunk. I'm not gonna. Well, I still act a fool. We're gonna talk about that here.
Act a fool.
Ludacris is still alive, by the way, but yeah, so we're gonna get into that anyways. But yeah, I just I don't know. And honestly, because I'm fucking disorganized as a motherfucker. So did anybody do anything crazy this week?
I'll go ahead and start. I started going back to BioLife. It was a company I used to work for. BioLife is a plasma donation company where they give you some money every time you go and donate. And somebody sent me a text that still works there, and they were like, "Hey, for new donors, you can make $1,000 in eight visits. So it's basically 4 weeks, and you make $1,000." So I was like, "Well, I don't really need the money, but there's a lot of fun shit I could do for $1,000." So basically, you go in and you get stuck with a needle, donate your plasma, and get out of there, and it's around an hour or two, depending on when you go. So I've started donating again, helping save lives, make people's lives better, and also getting me a cool $1,000 out of it. And then I'm going to stop doing it again.
No, I feel like donating plasma is a lot less fun than donating sperm, correct?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not the same, Matt.
I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually masturbate during both, believe it or not. So
it's frowned upon at BioLife, but it is not illegal.
It is encouraged, especially for the sperm donation.
That's awesome. I definitely encourage everybody that can give blood to definitely do give blood. A funny story, my buddy, I should have him on here, but I guess my buddy Brandon had passed out giving blood this last weekend and puked all over the blood giving trailer. Yeah. Yeah, crazy. Real quick, shout out to some of our live viewers, because we do have a special shout out. We got David Gong in here. We got Matthew Boland, welcome. Jake Johnson, Rachel Crosby, what's up? And of course, Matt March literally sent me a message today and says, "Hey, I am at Disney World. What time are you going live? I don't want to miss the show." We have fans that are willing to skip Disney World to watch this fucking show, guys. So
we also apparently have fans that Dunk is afraid to rap battle as well.
Yeah, we also apparently have fans, guys. This is awesome. Let's go.
Love it. Hey, real fast, back to the plasma stuff. Will you send me that link? I'll do that.
Chris, the reason I brought it up on the show, not once again, these are no free ads, but the reason I bring it up on the show is you write me down as a referral, I'll get paid $200. So if you go, make sure you write my name down on the little card when you go, because I'll get $200 per person, no cap on that amount of people.
I think it'd be hilarious.
For real, let me know. I'm down.
I think we all. What if we all donated plasma once a month and we use that money to for the show?
To buy equipment.
Yes.
Dunk is just needing money so he can get back into the budget.
You have to claim that money in your taxes?
Not at all, because it's less than, I think, even if
12,
if you do it every week for the whole year, it's still underneath the amount that you have to claim on taxes. Like,
yeah,
it's
$1,200
like $3,000 or something like that.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't know the exact number.
Taxes.
And also, you're donating your time, so the payment isn't like tax. It's not like a tax thing it's not money that gets taxed.
Hell yeah, and it's charity kind of, I guess.
Yeah, and like
saving
I said,
lives.
like I used to work there, so like I do know the behind the scenes stuff. Like a lot of people look at plasma donation as like a dirty thing, or people that do it to like get money for drugs and things like that. But a lot of those people get screened out, because if you have any kind of like hepatitis or any kind of like bloodborne disease, you're not allowed to donate.
I imagine you could probably see when the meth heads fucking rolling there, looking for dope money.
And that's what, like, the whole like business model shifted, because it did used to be like that. The first one in Muncie was literally across the street from a liquor store, so people would come in, donate, get their money, go right across the street and buy booze. Like it was a very shady thing. And then they decided to like move outside of those places and go to more suburban areas where it's like middle class people that make between, I think it's like 30, like they look at a bunch of metrics, but it's between $30,000 and $80,000 a year. The highest density population, that's where they want to put their centers. They're clean, they're friendly, and they're safe. Like I worked there for 8 years, and it was.
Are you talking Are you talking about the nurses or the facility itself?
The entire thing.
All right, because
Like,
Beaver's a single male. He's looking.
oh, dude,
he's on the
there's
prowl right
usually
now,
some
so.
good. There's some lookers there because it's usually some young ladies in there too. So Beaver, you're a
Guys with cats.
yeah, for sure. I mean, one
All
of my
right.
best friends met his wife. She was a donor, and he
She was a
working
donor?
there. And
She was a donor, and he had a boner, and it was a match made known in heaven. Let's go! All right. So, Juice, hey, congratulations on you giving plasma. Beaver, how was your week, buddy? Working hard? Any lot lizards? How's taking care of your cats?
Taking care of the cats is a wonderful everyday job, and I worked all week, and that was about it for me. Nothing too exciting this week at all.
All right.
I did see Beaver. I know you're a Pacers fan. I have the.
We don't want to
alerts.
talk about them right now.
I have the alert set up, but the reason I wanted to say something was I've been seeing some saying that they've been winning lately. So have they been winning lately? How
They won the last two after they just been shitting themselves for the past few games, and the last two opponents were absolute dog shit. They barely.
Hey,
won,
Ron Artest thinks we're going to win the championship next year, though. So let's go.
Yeah, Ron Artest could need a dick, but anyways.
Hey, you don't talk about meta world peace like that. Man.
I apologize, Beaver. I thought they were on the upswing. I saw a couple of words come across my phone
you
notifications.
You literally depressed him now. He's going
he'd be happy.
They don't know how to tank properly. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, that's how I feel about it. I'm like, if you're gonna fucking lose, just lose every goddamn game so we can draft a stud and fucking flip this bitch around. But no,
They need to trade one of the two bigs. But anyways, back to more pressing needs. How was your week, Duncan?
All right, boys, we got some big news too. Besides going to second shift, I am all in on the digital cards.
I saw that, by the way.
It's like NFT, like digital card stuff. Like it's literally free, and you get on there and you get like free cards here and there, and there's some contests you can do. And the more I got to looking into it, like there's odds, and it's legit like one of ones and like stuff like that you can pull out of these digital packs, and they're in your digital account. And people actually pay money on eBay to buy these digital cards. Like people are paying like $100 for like a card and stuff like that. And so I've been like watching free ads and shit to get like these currency coins. And my alerts go off like every hour, like 2,000 free coins. So I just keep collecting these coins and ripping packs. And yeah, so I'm all
in the budget, though, right?
The digital card stuff. Yeah, it's free and in the budget. And if I pull some heat, I mean, you can sell it on eBay.
I think you talked about it. Didn't you sell your card collection recently?
Yeah. I made
Did you do good? Yes.
I did very well. Yeah.
Did very well. All right. Let's go. All right. Great, man. What are you using that money? Do you reinvest it or did you already blow it gambling on March Madness?
No, we're currently we got to put back. We got to sit in there. We got to put back. We got some big plans for the house this summer, so it's going to go towards that, I think.
Yeah, for the big plans, we're actually converting Duncan's whole bedroom into a podcast studio, so that's going to be awesome. We can't wait for that.
Divorce is coming. We know.
It's got a full bath and a full closet. I can't walk-in closet. It's beautiful, so I can't wait for that. It's going to be awesome. So
it's going to be very nice. Very nice.
By the way, real quick from the feed here, David Gong says I've had a bottle of Hennessy sitting in my fridge for 2 years because Matt left it in my car. David, that's probably a 4-year-old bottle of Hennessy, bub. 2 years. I used to love drinking Henny, but it's been a while since I've drank some Hennessy. So
who did enjoy drinking Hennessy? DMX
drank some Hennessy. Yeah, fuck, man. It's so depressing. I had a fantastic weekend, by the way. So last weekend was my girlfriend's birthday. We went to stayed in a tree house in Nashville. Pretty badass. It was awesome. I've always wanted to do it. Like, I'm one of those, I love YouTube, like you guys watch whatever, Netflix, whatever. I spend 9% of my time watching YouTube and crazy YouTube channels, people camping, traveling, whatever. And I've always wanted to stay in a treehouse. So I was researching and, it was a last minute thing, like everything I fucking do, it seems like. And I'm researching online, trying to find the perfect one. And the closest one that was available I could find was in Nashville, Tennessee. And it was awesome. It was called The Nest. It was like perfect for a couple. Had a nice little fire going. Literally, as soon as we walk up on this fucking place, there's deer literally 30, 50 feet from us, just walking right by the cabin. Like big ass windows. It was heated, air conditioned, etc. It was an awesome time. So, just one more camping adventure between me and her. We're doing a lot of camping this summer, so that's gonna be cool. Also, the next night was her actual birthday celebration. So we took a party bus downtown Indy, and we were waiting. So we had a 2-hour wait for Bakersfield. So like, if you've not ate downtown recently or just in Marion County in general, don't if you get the chance, because it's fucking asinine. I've went to Giordano's recently, and literally half of the goddamn dining room is open, but there's a 45-minute wait because Hogsett says we can't fucking sit 2 tables next to each other. It's fucking
no masks, dude. No masks.
Yeah, fucking stupid, man. Fucking stupid. But anyways, yeah. So we had a 2-hour wait to eat at Bakersfield. If you never ate it's funny because this is my first time at Bakersfield since I got kicked out. By the way, if you don't know that story, I was drinking.
Like while you guys were waiting, did you just like camp on the sidewalk?
Yeah, I'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that. I mean,
no, he didn't camp along the sidewalk because he didn't have to pay for that.
Yeah, I was drinking and shit. We went to I'll get to that home, but the last time I went to Bakersfield, no shit, I got kicked out because I was pounding margaritas. And I had to pee real bad. And like, there was a line to the bathroom. I was like, I can't wait right now. I'm literally about to piss my pants. So I like went around the corner and there's a little bush there. Well, one of their managers caught me pissing on this bush. Motherfucker chased me down the road.
Jeez, dude, that poor lady didn't deserve that, dude.
He did not deserve that. Yeah. So,
manager chasing you too. Like, what's his deal? Like, does he get paid enough to be?
Yeah. I'm like, well, I mean, I'll pay. I mean, hey, if I kill your fucking tree out here, I'll pay for it, whatever. But like, I'm literally about to piss my pants. Nobody could see me right now. Obviously you did, but I mean, I'm not like exposing myself to all your patrons, like.
Should have turned around with your dick in your hand, like the Dave Chappelle thing.
No,
like,
I can't.
Hold it, stay back.
I can't afford a felony.
Stay back.
Remind me.
I've already been arrested for streaking. I don't need another one of those. So
Bakersfield has that like long, handicap ramp. Is that where you were peeing?
No,
am I correct about that?
I can't describe. At one point, I just remember there being like a, kind of a crevice in the wall, and there was like a plant just away from people, like, and it was outdoors, and like, I'm not just gonna piss in front of.
Why can't we pee in public? Girls.
I think it's fucking ridiculous. Animals piss everywhere. Like they pee on shit. Like, well, we can't pee everywhere. It's bullshit. I get a felony. No big deal. But that was only the start of it. So like, yeah, as we're waiting for Bakersfield to open, we kind of bar hopped and took some drinks and stuff, and we went over to the Tap. And normally I love my visit to the Tap, but we had a party of 9, and they would only allow us 6 at a table. It was fucking stupid. So we're like, fuck that. We're leaving. Like, we have a group of 9. We're gonna make 3 of us sit over here. Fucking stupid. The rules are stupid. And at this point, if you argue for them, I want to smack the fuck out of you because you're so stupid. Like, that's how I feel about it.
If you're outside of downtown, those rules don't exist.
Yeah, they don't exist at all. So I think Montgomery and Marion counties still have mask mandates, still have COVID mandates, etc. And like I've always said, if you're afraid, you're scared, whatever, or if you're high risk, do your fucking thing. I am not. And the people that I was with is not worried about it. We just want to have a good time for a birthday. So let us do our thing, blah, blah, blah. So we left that place, and that's how I feel about it. Like if if you can't cooperate or, like I have no problem going somewhere else. I mean, that's my thing. There's a fucking 1,000 bars downtown. That's the thing. There's people that are going to accommodate me. There's people that aren't. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, so we went somewhere else. I can't remember the bar we went to. Somewhere on Mass Ave, had a couple drinks. I think we went to the Ball and Biscuit. That's what it was. The Ball and Biscuit, had a couple cocktails, and by this time I was shit faced. I just like I said, I'd not been that drunk in a long time. I probably had 3 or 4 beers in the party bus on the way downtown. Then I had 3 or 4 drinks, a shot or 2 at Ball and Biscuit. By this time, when we got to Bakersfield, I already broke the seal. So every like 3 seconds, I was like pissing. So leaving the dinner table to have to go piss. So like as they go pick up the party bus, like everybody's waiting outside for the party bus, and of course I see a scooter. So I'm like, we got a 10-minute wait here. I got time to ride the scooter. I got to burn some energy here. So I start riding the scooter. I'm literally riding the scooter on the sidewalk down like Mass Ave late on a Saturday. I mean, there's fucking asses to elbows and people. And I'm literally just, like just rolling the scooter through people, kind of talking shit, saying hi, doing my thing, and I keep making circles, a couple, literally. So I get to the corner. I don't know, Mass Ave and I want to say New Jersey or Alabama, one of those intersections. And I go to turn and I do a full barrel roll over the front of the fucking scooter. And I was like, what the fuck was that all about?
I can just picture it, dude.
It was like
completely.
Oh, literally, it was like Chris Farley falling down the hill in Black Sheep. Like at the end, he's like, "What the fuck was all?" The best part was there was only like 3 people around that saw me. I was like, "What the hell, man?" I'm like, if I'm gonna do that, at least be a crowd of people that gets a good laugh out of it. Because fuck, I got to bust my ass. So the best part is I go back to the bar. They had left. The party bus had left. So I had to go meet them all the way to the Mirage. So here I am, drunk as
limping,
shit,
fight dirty as fuck.
And here's the best part. So I start heading down the road towards where they're going. And I see them come to a corner. I go down a one-way the wrong way. I go into the one. They're down a one-way, and I turn into the one-way the wrong way. I pass them, and apparently they got to get a pretty big kick out of that. So eventually met up with them at the Mirage, and I did a burnout on the scooter. I didn't mean to,
nice.
but I did. And I can't wait to get on one again. So
those scooters are dangerous because they don't function the way you expect them to. I think you have like 2 different hands, or the brake is like on one hand, right? Like, so you got to go forward to go fast, and then you have to like pull back to go like to stop or something, don't you?
So no, it's like a tugger.
It's like a 4-wheel. They got like a 4-wheel throw. I mean, some are different. Like, but for most of them, like like I said, a 4-wheeler throttle, because that's all it was. I mean, that's what I rode for the most part growing up. But then they have like handbrakes, like a bicycle. But yeah, they're definitely dangerous. But I personally think that's the first time I've ever wiped out on one. I've seen Rob Hart take a real hard dive, and if you can imagine a
former friend of the show, Rob Hart.
Former friend of the show, Rob Hart. Shout out Rob Hart. We appreciate you, buddy, even though you still hate us.
They are fucking fast too, aren't they?
Yeah, they can go. The ones in Denver went up to like 17 or 18 miles an hour. Those things were fast as fuck, dude. They were flying. Me and Beaver.
I can run 17 miles an hour, dude.
I will bet you $100 right now your fat ass cannot run. There ain't no goddamn way.
I'd be impressed.
I bet the only way you're reaching 17 miles an hour is if we push your fat ass down a hill and you fucking start rolling.
Remember the Beavis and Butthead movie where they're like, just jump out and just start running really fast when you get to That's why I picture you rolling off that scooter.
Oh, it was excellent. Oh man.
Just run really fast, Beavis.
That's like the story I told you guys of me jumping out of my car to push it when I ran out of gas. Like, I was going like 20. I was like, oh, I could fucking do this.
They tell a story. I can't remember who it was, but if you've ever read of course, I'm sure all of us watched the Netflix series, The Dirt, but there's also a story. If you read the book, The Dirt, there's a story. And I think it was Nikki Sixx, whose car would only go in reverse. And he
Motley
lived
Crue, by the way.
Yeah. For those of you asking, Motley Crue, The Dirt. You haven't read the book. I can't remember if it was Mick Mars or if it was Nikki Sixx. I'm pretty sure it was Nikki Sixx. His car would only go in reverse, and he lived on a hill, so he had to drive everywhere in reverse. It was that's no joke. Hilarious. I do recommend that book, by the way. But
I mean, he's a fucking million. Why would he just not buy a new car?
Well, that was before he was a millionaire.
Oh, yeah. Before they made it. I gotcha. I was gonna say. I mean,
yeah, because he's Kawhi Leonard. He still has the same fucking pickup truck he had in high school. So I don't know.
Hey.
I'm glad Matt still thinks most people read books.
Yeah,
dude. I don't even know.
Hey, download an audiobook, motherfucker. God damn, you listen to podcasts, you can listen to an audiobook. Like
my problem is I only read like fiction. Like I read like just stories, like Stephen King and stuff like that. So then when people talk about being smart and reading like these leadership books or like these like David Goggins and stuff like that, I'm like, this doesn't really get to me, because are there any fucking wizards in your Goggins book, dude?
Yeah,
no?
You're just like if it's about learning, I'm out.
I read tweets if they're under 10 characters.
No, I love reading.
New limit fucked Duncan all up, didn't it?
Yeah, they scroll right past it if it's a book.
No, I love reading. Audiobooks are great too. Like, especially sometimes you'll get an audiobook and they're the reader is just like super monotone, and I just paid $20 for an audiobook and I'm like 10 fucking words into it. I'm like, nope, next.
I think we should get an author or somebody to let us do an audiobook. Like me read an audiobook.
Yep.
I will say
that sound like Elmer Fudd there.
This is no joke. Growing up, for some reason, either in youth group or just in school in general, I could always get people to laugh anytime I had to read in class, or just like read in front of people, because like my tongue would just be super. Of course I hate it. That's why I was kind of an asshole. But I'm like, yes, the bird across the road. And I was just super
you really got
enthusiastic.
into it, didn't you? You used
I was just
the
I
grammar
mean,
and the punctuation.
just a super dick about it. I mean, if you want to be like, if you want to be honest, me in 7th grade, I started being an asshole super early, probably at 5.
When we had to do it in elementary, like it would be like a certain amount you had to read before you passed it to somebody else. So I would just read my part real fast, run on sentences, and then I would we had like a little like soft like ball, so you would like toss it to the next person. So like I was super mean. So like I would get done and then just Nolan Ryan that thing as hard as I could at like the dork in the class.
Yeah.
All the time. That was us. We were idiots.
Then we'd pass the book to Beaver, and somebody else would have to read for him. It was cute, Today, Junior. God love you guys.
That is essentially what it was.
Man. So what a great fucking week, guys. But
Not really.
right now, Juice,
Not really.
did you watch a great movie this week? What happened, bud?
All right, so the what to watch segment this week, it's once again, it's not a movie, it's a TV show. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Video, and this show is offered on Amazon Prime. It's an Amazon original from The Walking Dead creator Robert Kirkman and based on the Skybound Image comic of the same name by Kirkman, Corey Walker, and Ryan Otley. Invincible is an adult animated superhero show that revolves around 17-year-old Mark Grayson, who's just like every other guy his age, except for that his father is the most powerful superhero on the planet, Omni-Man. But as Mark develops powers of his own, he discovers that his father's legacy may not be as heroic as it seems. The average tomato meter for the critics is 96%. The average audience score is 94%. This show is fucking awesome. The first episode, 90% of the episode, you're like, this is like made for kids. This is kind of like it's kind of a cool show. It's not that big a deal. Like, oh, I enjoy it. But at the end, it gets extremely violent. It gets extremely
sexual,
inappropriate. Like, yes, there's some sex involved. There's a girl
Nice.
that's like a multiple woman, so like she can clone herself into multiple people and like
Gotta dump out.
One of the guys
marry me.
One of the guys cheats on his girlfriend with like 3 of those girls in the shower, like at the same time while she's talking to the girlfriend. It's good.
So she could be like one person and like give you like a threesome.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds awesome.
And
That's like the best superpower of all
She could be
time,
cleaning the
dude.
house with the 4th one.
Oh
Like,
my God. And making dinner.
Yeah. So
The other ones that aren't experience that sex, did they get off though?
I would like, dude, that would be incredible. Could you imagine being able to do that? Like I would send 2 with me to work.
Yeah.
So I'd have 2 jobs. One would be like whacking it all day. The other one would be playing video games. And then one would just be taking a nap. That sounds incredible.
The main one, because there's always the main guy. But no, so basically, like I said, this show is it's created by Robert Kirkman, who is like the writer of the Walking Dead comics. So it's like it's very what is it? It's like,
drawn out.
No.
Well, I think the show's finally ending.
You remember the first few seasons of The Walking Dead were really good. They just kind of got into the weeds with taking that show on too long. But Invincible, it's awesome. I recommend everybody watch it. And if you have Amazon Prime, which like a lot of people do, they pay for it because they want the free shipping and all that shit. You get Prime Video for free anyways if you pay for Amazon Prime. So might as well watch it. It's a good show. And the only complaint I have, and I want to get your guys' opinion on this because I'm kind of like I keep flip-flopping on how I feel about this. How do you feel about these shows releasing episodically like old style like cable where you don't get a new episode until like the next Friday or the next like day of the week? Because Netflix came out with that new model where we're going to release the whole season. You can binge the whole season, which I loved. But then when they started doing the sequential release, like I enjoyed that because I was like, oh, the anticipation, like this
the build up for the week.
This left me on a cliffhanger. I'm excited to see this next episode. But then also at the same time, I'm thinking, man, I really want to fucking watch the whole season. Like, I don't want to wait another week for the season. So like, where do you guys sit with that?
I think you have to have both. Like, I think I mean, like have some. I mean, you have to have a little.
The only way you can have both, Doug, is if you have fucking self-control. Which none of us here do. So,
and today,
what I mean though is like some shows, drop the whole season. Some shows
no,
like
okay,
that.
good
that's
point.
what he was talking about.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
But that's like that's where I keep having like that conflicting feeling because
But I will
Go
I
ahead.
will say this. Sorry to interrupt again. Actually, I'm not sorry, but
No, you're good.
like Snowfall, for instance, the best show on TV.
Jesus Christ.
It's on FX and it releases on Hulu, so it's an every week thing. So it's not like all at once. I will say the shows that are like the once a week and you can't binge the whole season, you are million times more invested in those shows.
Yeah, I was gonna say too. I think the ones you can when you watch the whole season though, it's like you're more in tune to what the last episode was. So like you kind of understand the new episode a little bit better. And sometimes when you wait, unless you have a recap, you can almost, in a sense, forget everything that happened in the season or the episode before. So I kind of like binge watching.
I think it's opposite.
It's a person to person deal, and I'll say in today's society where things are more needed now, I think more people would be on the Netflix bandwagon with that statement, but ones who have more of an appreciation would be kind of like the whole, I am so excited to see it next week just so I can have that build up like we do for the Super Bowl and all that.
If you're into a show though, like you're gonna like the last episode, if you're that invested and you love it, like you're gonna be thinking all week, like, man, I can't wait to see what happens here. Exactly. Like you're gonna know what's gonna happen.
I will say,
binging the whole season, you're gonna be pulling your phone out. That's like you do a 12-hour fucking view fest in your bed. Like you're not as invested as if it's every week. That's all.
But at the same time, if it's a show that sucks that you're just trying to get through, then the Netflix way works better if you're actually gonna try to watch it.
So, I will. Just 1 second, Beaver. I do want to give a shout out to your most recent answer. That was the most professional answer you've ever given on the show in 4 years of doing the show. So shout out, everybody. That was awesome. That was detailed. You kind of led into what you're describing. That was beautiful, man.
I do have to question. I do have a question for Dunk though. Is he still on this little hate everything bandwagon where Godzilla and Kong was still the worst thing he's ever seen in his goddamn life?
It was definitely fucking trash.
There we go.
I don't know.
It was good.
Matt, I feel like
it is what it was, but you could guess everything that was going to happen.
You could guess and still enjoy the fact that it's two fucking monsters fucking fighting each other. You're looking more for the story versus what it was in a movie right there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just was too pumped up for it.
Right.
It happens a lot. That happens all. That
can't happen.
Happens a lot.
My biggest point though that I wanted to also add to this whole weekly, or you can binge watch the whole thing, is it feels like they're doing this weekly thing to kind of transition us. Not only did we all cut the cord and we wanted to start streaming everything, but now they're doing the weekly stuff that's also exclusive to only their streaming sites, where basically we're back to cable, guys. Like, I mean, that's what we're at. Because
think about this too. If they just throw the whole show on there, you might watch all of it. That's why you want to get it, and then you cancel after a month.
Exactly.
If they do it every week and then spread it out, they keep you fucking paying.
Yeah. So
I mean, it makes more
getting us back into the cable model, even though it's just streaming.
Heck, Paramount Plus, they technically are also a live streaming service on top of. Same with Hulu, Yeah,
I mean, it's a good point. Like the fact that they're trying to, spread it out. I think business wise, it makes more sense. But I mean, at the end of the day, like everybody's going to pick, instead of paying $100 a month for DirecTV, you pick, Netflix and your 2 or 3 fucking favorite streaming services. You pay $30 a month and you save $70, compared to
if you have all of them like I do, I mean, you're spending probably close to the same amount you were spending on fucking cable, because I have pretty much all of them.
What are all of them, Juice? He's got that Hustler subscription too, $15 a month.
I buy my illegal cable, and I have Hulu and Netflix, and HBO Max is in the budget, boys. It's in
the budget because there's a lot of dump outs after 11.
As of this week, I re-upped on my HBO Max, and I watched the Tiger documentary on there finally.
I gotta download that.
Wow.
The current book I'm reading has a lot of stories about Tiger Woods, about how his dad was super hard on him, like just aggressive about him being a great golfer, like to the point where they said when he was still in a high chair eating food, like his dad would literally hit golf clubs in front of him just like all day long, just to get Tiger like seasoned into.
He was mesmerized by it, like when he was a kid, like he wanted to do it, like that's all in there, like it's literally from birth to forever. His dad also was Winnebago on the golf course banging blondes too in front of him as a kid. So
Christian's
Probably
Sorry
where he
to
got
sorry
that
to
too.
interrupt. Juice, did you want to give a rating for the show that you happen to watch?
Yeah, I'll give that an 8.6 out of 10. I'm big time into it.
solid. All right.
All right.
Nice.
Sorry,
But
sorry, guys.
The
No,
Tiger
that's-
Woods.
I'm
Have
glad
you guys
Beaver's keeping
remember
me,
the?
accountable?
Do you guys remember the video though? I forgot all of, like the video when he got arrested and all that stuff. Like I kind of forgot how fucked up he was.
I
Insane.
didn't know there was a video.
Oh yeah, they had like dash cam and body cam and stuff from the cops. Like
Was
they
he, like,
asked him where
stumbling
he's in.
around?
Oh, dude, he's and La La Land. They ask him where he's at. They're like, "Sir, do you know where you're at?" And he's in like Florida, and he says, "I'm on Sunset." Like he thinks he's in California.
Jesus Christ.
So question.
Whack.
So the question I have now is, was Tiger a wonderful golfer, or was he a wonderful street race driver?
What?
He definitely can't street race. That's for sure.
Because of them finding out his wreck was caused because he was going, I think it was like 83 to 87 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone.
Yeah.
Some shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And it's
I
down a
didn't-
hill too. So it's like a hill and then like a turn, I think.
Also with Tiger too, I didn't realize that his injuries all like what made him like his knee, especially like when he started getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like towards the end, where pretty much ended the career.
And his back.
A lot of that was after his father passed. His dad was like a Green Beret, and he started training with like Marines and stuff. I did not even know this, and like he was like legit.
He's a great
full
fucking
on
athlete.
training, like coming out of helicopters, clearing houses, taking
shit.
pellet balls, paintballs, and shit to the side, like fucking him up, like insane, dude. Like
That's
that,
crazy.
like learning how to do that. His caddy said he looked at him seriously one day and was like, "I'm thinking about quitting golf and joining the Marines," and like
Oh
was
my God.
being serious.
Oh, dead serious about it. Yeah, they say he wanted literally, and he would go off and like train with the SEALs like once a month, like to the point where it was like fucking up his body.
That's what
and
I just
affecting his
said.
golf- Yeah, just crazy. I know. I was listening to you, but like to me, that's crazy. Like, and
It's
that's the
insane,
mind.
dude. They have video of him
Yeah.
doing it, like him coming in with Marines and has like the gun up and clearing,
Did he
clear,
have
like
all the
doing
tactical gear on and everything?
yes.
Or
I
was
mean,
he
just
wearing the
in-
red
and everything.
polo? I just thought he might be wearing the red polo
Red
while he's
polo.
clearing houses.
No,
Tiger.
but honestly,
fucking Al Qaeda
bring it out there, fucking
black
rolling.
khaki, fucking red polo, Tiger Woods busted. Get down on the
Fuck
ground.
that! Imagine out Tiger Woods out in the Middle East, just knocking fucking people with golf clubs, just going up and busting in houses and said, "Where's the contraband, motherfuckers?" and swinging a 9-iron at these motherfuckers.
I picture Al Qaeda like chucking a grenade and then him
Yeah.
hitting it with a driver back at him.
Hitting it back to him.
Like
You got-
300 fucking yards.
You got a window. He hits that fucking. He hits that.
And then going, he shouldn't have been standing
Oh
there.
my god, that is. Oh my god, that is gold. If we could create that in some way, that would be fucking
Oh, that's
gold.
animated for sure. And then
Tiger-
also maybe curb stomping people.
Oh
at the
my
golf lanes.
God.
I mean, those don't play
Tiger's
around.
favorite club was definitely the driver. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh
good.
man, yeah. To me, that is absurd. But I love. This is honestly why I love reading, and I love reading biographies. I'm the exact opposite of Juice. I love reading nonfiction books because I like to learn shit. Especially about people that I consider great. Business leaders, great sports people, etc. And those stories I fucking love because I want to get in the mind of because myself, I want to be great at everything I do. So I want to get in the mind of those people and just see like what their obsessions are. What do they do in the morning? What do they do? What do they do when they get out of bed? I want to know everything about them. That way I can apply it to my own life. So
Yeah, I don't read them, but 90% of the time, that's what I'm watching is a documentary.
Yeah.
My wife hates it too. She hates them.
She'd rather watch.
That's why we have two TVs. Like I'm usually watching docs, and she ain't in on the docs. She wants to watch like Law and Order, or fucking some dumb
Let me
shit.
ask Juice, are you more on the nonfiction than fiction bandwagon? Which one are you more on?
Yeah, he already said he's.
Well, nonfiction is the real stuff. Fiction is the fake
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And
Which one are you
I
more into?
I lean all the way towards the fiction. Like I said, if
I think I'm on the same area as you, so I think it's us two are the fiction, and Matt and Dunk
Beaver,
are definitely non.
The reason I wanted to say that I'm on that fiction train is I am so awesome at everything and I am so successful that I really just want to kind of escape, and listen to like, wizards and people fighting aliens and things like that. Like I gotta escape from this successful world that I've built myself into.
He also lied to us today and said he's not, like, he's sober today. So
I just don't like the fake shit, dude. Even like
hey, we keep it real in this motherfucker, okay?
I want like real life, like video game, like everything. Like
well, that's why you gotta have balance. That's why this show, I mean, we can't have racial diversity on this show. We gotta have some sort of diversity.
That's why we need Josh on here to break the tiebreaker. It's just pissing me off. We got 2 versus 2 here.
Honestly, I think Josh leans more towards the fiction side as well.
I think
Beaver, how about you not answer for Josh, okay?
I'm just saying, we have actually had wonderful conversations about some shows we've watched in terms of that. But
you guys had some late night combos or what?
Oh yeah.
We were talking real big about WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier. We've been talking about that pretty good. So I mean, maybe he does enjoy the documentaries more.
That I have like a hard out at 7. So do you want me to do the Ask an Idiot before you guys get into the news articles?
Fuck it, let's go.
All right, so Ask an Idiot came through, and I just wanted to ask all of you gentlemen, are curses real? And I want you guys all to kind of answer whether or not you think curses are real. And
by the way, pass the baton back to me, Juice.
Yep. If you do think they're real, or you have any examples, I want to hear them.
Well, like fuck and shit and stuff, like her.
Yeah, our curse is real. Yeah, I said fuck earlier. It was a real curse. I was really mad when I said it. And no, our curse is real. That's a good question. Ask the Chicago Cubs. I don't know.
They broke it.
It just depends on what your beliefs are, because there's a lot of people that don't believe in ghosts, that do believe in ghosts, or believe in the extraterrestrial, etc. That's an interesting question. Like, I felt cursed, but I feel like I make my own luck, so I don't know how I feel about it.
I feel like the Madden curse is definitely real.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was like 20 years in a row, consistent as fuck.
And it's starting to
Mahomes just recently won the Super Bowl after he got
I'm telling you right now, I am real interested to see how good Mahomes is next year, because I think that team's going to start, he's going to have less and less talent.
They're still going to be fucking amazing.
Well, I'm sure
to look like the MLB The Show curse is real too.
Think so?
Yeah, last like 3 years. People have been hurt. They've been on the cover of so video game curses for sports games. Yes, those are 100% real.
So the question that I wanted to, or not the question, the idea that I wanted you guys to explore a little bit, in my opinion, is things can be a coincidence, but if it happens enough, you start to give it energy, and then it kind of like, I honestly believe in energy in the world and like momentum and things like that. I think you can create something into a curse because so many people are thinking that it's a curse. So then you look for those patterns and you look for that negative thing to happen after whatever they're on, if that makes sense. So like there's the curse, like what you guys are talking about, the Madden curse and the MLB thing. And then also just like, I don't know, there's like certain places you think it's cursed whenever you go there. For example, there was a bar in college that I never went to, because every time I went there, something bad that night happened. And it wasn't because of the bar. It would have been like, it could have been outside of the bar at another place or something like that. But if I went to this one specific place, something negative would happen. So like I did all I could to avoid it. But then also at the same time, did I give that energy? And then did I look for those patterns and kind of cause my own fate? If that, you
guys ever heard of the Taco Bell curse?
No.
I call them the screaming demon meme, the screaming mean demons.
But you did that to yourself for sure.
Yeah, I mean, every time I eat Taco Bell, I'm cursed. Yeah, I start shitting my brains out about 20 minutes later. So that's all. That's also Bamboo Garden in Greenfield also has that same designation, by the way.
Actually,
So.
I had something to pull up here real quick, but
I don't know. Beaver, do you believe in ghosts, buddy?
Ghosts, yes. Curses, though, I'll say that I'm kind of on the bandwagon with Juice and the fact that I don't think they are real, but I think the mindset of them, if they are persistent, can create that narrative that they are real. But
overall, I will say, like, I'm super into. So I'm going to that trip to Maine here in May, and on our way home, I want to stop in Salem, Massachusetts, and check out all the stuff from the witch trials, etc. They got like haunted ghost tours and shit. So I'm excited to see that. So maybe if I get spooked a little, I'll come back here and say, yeah, I believe in ghosts, but I don't know, man. Like I'm kind
But he
of.
was asking you if curses are real, not ghost.
Well, I mean, same thing. If curses are real, like this ghost message, they're all extra
stuff there.
Yeah.
Can I read you guys some of the top famous curses?
Yes, go for it.
Number 1, Curse of the Hope Diamond. The 112 karat gorgeous beauty was found in India, where it was supposedly stolen from the head of an idol in the 1600s. And the priests of the temple where the idol was housed cursed the stone. It was passed in the hands of King Louis the 16th of France, where it was worn by Princess de Lambélie and Marie Antoinette, who were both later beheaded along with Louis during the French Revolution. Many believe that whoever is in possession of the Hope Diamond will meet a gruesome death. Even the jewelers who kept the diamond in their shop died mysterious deaths. The diamond is currently on display in the United States. Then you guys obviously already mentioned the Madden curse. Then there's
the Cubs and
King
Red Sox
Tut.
curse that were
There's got to be King Tut. Is King Tut in there?
King Tut is in there, but it's lower on the list. The Kennedy curse. President Kennedy being assassinated in 1963.
You sleep with John JFK, you get herpes. It's a curse.
It's the curse that keeps on giving. Senator Ted Kennedy survived a plane crash, but later drove off a bridge that killed Mary Jo Kopechne.
That's just you don't fuck over the mob.
Yeah. Then there's
you fuck over the CIA. You know that's called. It's not a curse. It's called he was on the wrong side of the CIA. That's why he died.
It's called the mob.
Yeah. There's the Poltergeist Cursed. One of the better horror flicks out there. The Poltergeist Curse was creepy. 4 cast members of the horror franchise died in the 6 years between the first and the third film.
Wow.
Real cadavers were used as props in various scenes, and that's where they think the curse came from. The Superman curse, perhaps one of the most famous curses of the lot, because the original comic book creators of Superman cursed their own superhero after they were denied the rights and money to the character. The Superman curse remains one of the most infamous, blah, 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 blah. And it talks about George Reeves committed suicide. Christopher Reeve became paralyzed. Dana Reeve, Christopher's wife and non-smoker, died of lung cancer at 44. Lee Quigley died in 1991 at the age of 14 due to solvent abuse. Margaret Kidder, Lois Lane, suffers from bipolar disorder. So a lot of people messed up by that. The 27 Club. I'm sure Matt knows about this with his rock music fans.
Yeah, buddy.
The 27 Club fell on number 7 as a pure coincidence, or is it? Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, all who were very famous rock stars at the time, all died at the age of 27. More recent, Amy Winehouse, who drank herself to death. And they all became famous at the age of 25 and then died 2 years later.
Yeah, Randy Rhoads died at 24 even. Like, wow.
I got something weird
for you. That's not the
boys.
27 curse.
I got something weird for you.
Just so many musicians died in their 20s. It's fucking incredible. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
There's just like, I mean, there is energy to stuff and there's coincidences to stuff. I don't know if I believe that it's real or not, but at the same time, I believe in a lot of different stuff. So I think curses could be real.
So
we'll go with it. Dunk, what are you gonna say, buddy?
So you guys were talking about like energy, like human spirit and all that stuff. And if you put it in there, it's gonna be real.
Put it in there.
I was talking to a real religious guy at work, and this kind of fucked with my head. So if you
I'll drink to that.
Think back to like the earliest memory that you have of yourself, like your earliest birthday party memory, like that you have at all of yourself. You know what I mean? As little as of a kid as you could think back to being, and explain it to me. Like what do you see? Like what do you see? Yeah.
I think the earliest memory I have is me as a kid. I don't know if you guys remember, but they have these toys where I don't know. It was kind of like these donuts, and you stack the donuts. Each donut was a different size, and I was probably 2 or 3 years old, and I remember stacking these donuts, and I was always line up I believe it was Fisher Price that made it. And I would always line up the Fisher Price things evenly, like into a pyramid. And made it.
All right, now think of this. Like, were you in that memory? Are you thinking of first person, or are you third person? Thinking of it.
First person.
All right, so you might be an exception, but most people,
any memory I've had was first person.
Most people will see like you can see themselves, like their back.
Yeah, I think you need to talk to your therapist, Duncan.
I get what Duncan's saying, and I also want to even take it one step further. Like, I cannot remember very early on, like in my life. Like, I don't have a lot of like memories. Like, I have like a few like benchmarks that are very like very clear, but
we attribute that to the drug use, but go ahead, use.
It's definitely not that. I think I don't know. I think if you don't think about that kind of stuff very often, your brain stores the memories.
But a lot of times, like with your brain though, like when you think of memories and like see stuff, like close your eyes and think of stuff, you'll see like yourself in third person, which is just like proof that there's more than what you are, like your existence. Like
I think we should all just do DMT. We all just need to do DMT live on the show. That way we can figure out life all together.
I'm scared of doing DMT because
I'm all in. I mean, it doesn't kill you. It's completely safe. It
doesn't kill you.
I'm not scared of the health side effects. I'm scared of fucking actually learning what my life means. It actually means nothing. And
I'm just scared of not passing a fucking piss test.
I don't think I've heard of one story of somebody taking DMT and coming out saying, "Oh my God, like my life sucks." You know, it's everybody's like. Everybody just see. Apparently,
I don't need DMT to tell me that.
Well, apparently, you're supposed to think quite the opposite after you take it because you kind of see how everything's connected and how like.
That's what creeps me out because I overthink all that stuff.
The only way I do DMT is if we're in the desert in Vegas.
All right, I'm in. See you there, bub.
I mean, I'll do it. I'm not a fucking pussy.
Oh, Beaver, that means you're the odd man out. Let's go. I can't wait. You guys stay tuned for the 2022 trip to Vegas. We all get fucking stoned as shit on the Red Rock Canyon, and we do DMT together, and we're going to do a live show. So stay tuned for that. That's going to happen. I'm going to write it down right now.
Do DMT in Indiana while you guys are in Vegas, and I'll meet up with you on the astral plane. And we'll
hold on. Would your wife not let you come to Vegas with us?
Oh, I'm sure I could do it. I don't know.
I was going to say, you could just lie. We could be going on a mission trip for all she knows to Polynesia. Like, yeah, honey, you know how we did the I was gonna say, honey, you know how we did the polar plunge, you know, we're doing more stuff for charity. So this month we're gonna go on a yeah.
No, what we do is we all fucking donate plasma and then use the money to go to Vegas and do DMT.
I'm in.
Actually, my boss wasn't too pissed off when she found out that I was high as fuck when we went to Denver, so that was nice.
Yeah, I mean, Beaver's so scared to get stoned with me. I'm like, Beaver, fucking please, just take a hit of this beautiful blunt here that cost me $30.
I mean, the thing I'm most excited about
those gummies were nice.
Is I better be able to talk to some sort of alien. Like that's what I want. I better be able to talk to an alien. I'll be disappointed if I don't.
I heard DMT trip is like looking at a Tool album cover, so that's. Like, you know, all the I don't know, because Beaver, you're the only one that probably have ever seen a Tool album cover. Just like the geometric shapes and shit, like it just kaleidoscope. That's the best way to describe it. So I always wondered like how much that we know about, like as far as history is concerned, like even the hieroglyphics. Who's to say these fuckers didn't like get super stoned and just start drawing pictures on the walls? You know, like
big ass triangles.
I mean, there's actually a book called The Sacred Mushroom and the Cross. I've got it. I've not finished the book. I started reading it and got away from it, but it's basically essentially about how the Bible is written by people that love to do mushrooms. Like all the people that wrote the Bible is basically, you know, that's why
like the whole stoned ape theory, right? Where that's how humans evolved, was because apes found hallucinogenics and it like opened their minds and allowed them to like start to think more creatively and evolve faster because they were getting high on fucking shrooms.
I've not heard that, but that's incredible though.
That's the first time hearing that.
Google the stoned ape theory and you'll go down.
I mean, it's interesting because I say this a lot. You know, I'm a religious person, but I've always said like I don't think a guy got swallowed by a whale. I think it represents something else. So I like. That's a good question. Like, who's to say these guys weren't like, you know, or just a storyteller, like they're trying to, you know, describe how they want people to live their ideal life. So they tell a story, you know, in regards to that, essentially. I don't know.
A super funny thing from history is we just found out that a lot of sailors and everything where they were seeing Loch Ness Monster and things like that, they were just whale penises. Just hard whale penises out in the water.
Nice whale dick.
Mermaids were supposed to be.
I mean, do whales do that? Do whales do that? They just lay on their back with a hard dick, just sticking out of the water
while they wait for the other man to be done with the female.
I tell you what, I mean, that's how
with his wang out outside of the water.
That's how I hang out. You know, if I'm horny, I just take the pants off, just lay there with the boner, just wait. Like, hey, we're gonna do something here.
The way Beaver just leaned back, I thought we were gonna see something pop up on like at the screen.
No, it's not big enough, Bo. You have to tilt that camera down a little bit.
What did you say about mermaids?
What the fuck?
I said that sailors used to think that seals were actually mermaids. That's what they used to misinterpret it as.
Juice,
Yeah.
did you hit your time limit, buddy? Do you have any parting words here? Or what?
No, I think you guys are gonna have a fantastic show, and this was a blast so far. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Peace out.
Peace
Have a
out.
good one.
Speaking
All right.
If I leave, Matt, if I leave, it's not going to stop everything because I made you the host, right?
Yeah, I'm good to go, bub. I think so.
All right, I'm leaving.
All right. Peace out, bub. Later. All right. So now the juice is out. We're just going to get right into it, motherfuckers. And of course, Beaver, I don't really appreciate the call out here. Matt Spanks is a bad behavior. We already talked before the show. One, just not, I'm just not into it, man. Like, not at all. But yeah, we did make an accurate prediction, by the way, that she would for sure be a porn star like a day into her career.
But is she a porn star if she does just OnlyFans?
I think so. I think if you sell your body online or if you like expose yourself, like I think you're considered a porn star.
If you expose yourself and people masturbate to you,
I guess I'm a porn star.
What if you expose yourself and nobody masturbates to you?
I mean, I put my ass online and I'm sure maybe somebody's masturbated to it. Beaver, Dunk, I don't know, but I'm a porn star. Congratulations. No, that's an interesting thought. I would say, yeah, it would qualify. It's like, I thought it would probably take maybe a couple months before like Vivid would offer a couple mil for a video, but literally it took her like 2 hours to sign up for OnlyFans. Like she's, what, cheers for her. And let me pull up the story here.
Dude, she made $1 million in 6 hours.
Yeah, I was about to start. I mean, that's fucking insane. I'm about to start an OnlyFans, like.
You're not pulling out $1 million in 6 hours. I'm sorry.
Now I'll get $1 million in couple decades though. Rapper Bad Baby set the internet ablaze after earning more than $1 million in just under 6 hours on her OnlyFans debut. Baby, whose real name is Daniel Brigoli and who's only recognized as viral Cash Me Outside Girl, is charging $23.99 per month. Fuck that.
You are discrediting her incredible rap career, sir.
Hold on just 1 second. I can see, incredible rap career, right? $23.99. That's a T-bone at fucking Montana Mike's. I ain't paying $23.99 for this chick. Additionally,
divide $1 million by $23.99, and that's
we'll see how many people.
That's how many people did.
Wow.
What it gets me is if she made $1 million in 6 hours, like imagine who would break OnlyFans? Like how much money would like Jennifer Aniston make in 6 hours?
It had to be like Hillary Clinton.
Like if Jennifer Aniston like started doing nudes on OnlyFans, I mean she's what 10 million in a day probably.
Betty White.
Betty White.
You know what I mean? Like who would be the all-time?
Who would break the internet?
Break the internet on OnlyFans if they did it.
Matt Wharton for sure. No.
Jen Ann's probably a pretty good answer to it.
Aniston definitely would. Megan Fox maybe.
There's
nostalgia in there.
Do you think
Spears.
Nicki Minaj might?
Brittany is like 5 years away from her dad not releasing her whatever that's called from starting that OnlyFans account. But I think her dad would be entitled to all the money. So probably
I think Nicki Minaj would get a pretty high grossing early on.
I want to say they have them already, and they just don't do like full on nudity. Like
by the way, I do have to announce here that when she announced her whole thing, her quote said, "From now on, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want." Like you haven't been allowed to do whatever the fuck you want your entire life. That's why you act like this. Okay, like come on.
Hey, apparently she wasn't able to make a OnlyFans until she turned 18.
Good for her though. So Brigoli shared a picture of metrics she claimed to be from her OnlyFans account. Monetary figures, just over $1 million, including 757,000 from subscriptions, 267,000 from DMM payments, and 5,500 in tips. Not bad for 6 hours. She raved of her collection. We broke the fuck out of that OnlyFans record. So she broke the record, which nobody's fucking surprised. I mean, like I predicted it 4 years when she was, on Dr. Phil. Bless her little heart. This is crazy though. But Beaver,
Did you think that it was because she was going to be falling on hard times, or just because, bam, I turned 18, I'm going to do this?
I mean, I get to see
which
her
one would you have gone?
I'm like, here's a rebellious, young, promiscuous girl. I'm like, she's gained fame. I said, by the time she turns 18, my thought is she's going to lose her spotlight. I mean, because honestly, she has a rap career, but for the most part, nobody gives a fuck who Bad Behavior is, so of course, this is going to be the way how she kind of comes back in the spotlight, et cetera, et cetera. You get it. I don't know. What's your thoughts, Beaver?
It's the Nas X thing, dude.
I mean, it's definitely what the thought was like in the early stages of Highly Inappropriate was it was
She's
definitely
a
going to
hoe.
happen.
She's a hoe.
You
Ho!
knew it was coming for sure. And I guess it shouldn't be such a huge surprise that like there was that many people that subscribed. I guess a little surprised that there was that many, but that quick at least. But
More
I mean,
depressing
yeah,
news
I mean,
this week. Dmx passed away. That's fucking horrible. Ooh. I mean, DMX memories. Dunk, I know, of course, same here. I grew up on 90s hip hop for sure. News sucked. And like, what's the official word here? Did he die of an overdose? I've heard cardiac arrest. What's the story here?
heart attack is what they said, I think.
Induced from an overdose.
Yeah, I've heard everything. It's as an overdose, and as soon as I get my computer to work,
He's a known like battle drug addiction guy. I mean, it's just sad all the way around. But that guy people don't realize in the late '90s, like when he first came out, he was in my wheelhouse for sure, like high school days. And I remember like It's Dark and Hell is Hot was the first album, and then Flesh, Blood in My Blood. It's like they dropped like 2 months apart too. Like it was like boom, boom.
Name your favorite.
Everywhere. He was fucking huge. It was like Eminem, him, and Jay-Z. Like that, they were like the biggest thing ever. So
Favorite, definitely one of my favorites.
Favorite DMX song. Go.
Fucking with D.
Mine's either
that whole first album.
Lord Give Me a Sign, or I'm gonna go with Ain't No Sunshine. Probably my top two.
X gonna give it to you. That was definitely
good. And that third album was this only one that debuted like number one too.
He has my favorite Christmas song ever too.
Yeah. So unfortunately, DMX partied a little too hard up in here. Apparently, this week he passed away. So that sucks. Crack cocaine, is that what he overdosed on?
No, he's struggled with it his whole life. Like they pretty much said that he would like go on a binge, get clean, make an album, make money, spend it all, go on a binge, get clean, make an album. Like that was just like cycle.
We should do that for the show. Like we do a DMT binge, make a show, come back.
Think of all the stuff he did, and when he passed away with like a negative like 2.5 million net worth.
Yeah, it's incredible.
But like he had millions in taxes and shit like that. It's just sad, man.
Money. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Sucks for his family. Of course, he's got kids and stuff. So I mean, that's
he's
horrible.
like 20 some kids. So it's a lot.
Say what?
Look up how many kids he had. For real.
No, he does not. 20.
Look up how many kids DMX has. I swear.
I'm looking up right now. I'm gonna hold on. Let me share the screen because I want this to be a live reaction. How many kids DMX has? Hold on.
It's almost 20. I want to say.
He's got 7.
Over under 14 and a half. Over under 14 and a half.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go the over. I think 14 and a half stay. Hold on. Can you guys?
I remember I looked it up and I was very surprised.
How many kids does
Eddie Murphy have? NBA Young.
All right, Google Search Land. Thank you for helping me out here. All right, I'm just trying to see.
Search how.
Yeah.
We should be enjoying how much of a struggle this is for Matt to Google this right now.
How many kids?
It says 3.
4. God damn, Dunk, are you high?
No, he has more than that.
Oh, well, hold on. How many kids? Now, DMX has a whopping 15 kids. He has married.
Yeah,
okay.
There you go.
Just barely over.
All right, here we got the truth.
I had a good number. right there. Give me some
probably
credit.
like step kids and shit. The hip hop world, I don't.
No, he just cheated on his wife. He maybe has that many with like the wife, but he was just out there.
Planting seeds, bub.
Throwing the
every city. He's Antonio Cromartie in it all across the United States, just planting seeds. Like, had my 3rd vasectomy, had my 2nd kid. You get it. You get it. All right.
LaToya, Keisha, Shonda, Yolanda, about 3 Kims.
Yeah. Where my dogs at?
What these bitches want from us?
Oh my God. Who had a better week or had a better party? DMX or Paul Pierce this week, by the way?
Paul Pierce, boy.
Please explain, because Paul Pierce.
Not fun dying at your own party.
He posted a video.
No, he didn't post nothing. He just went live on IG.
That's right.
Having a poker game at his house with strippers just clapping ass behind him.
What are the odds that this was actually planned out in like ahead? Like he already had something planned, like he wanted to go independent.
He's planned to get fucking fired from ESPN.
I think you got to be.
He was-
I think you have to be fucked up to really say, "Hey, this is a good idea to post."
I don't think he gives a
strip
fuck, and I think he
Yeah,
was just
true.
popped and was like, "Dude, I'm going live," you know, like
I'm going
and
live
he-
with these strippers and cocaine. Let's do it.
he went
So
live.
ESPN
and
fired
lost his job.
NBA analyst Paul Pierce after Boston Celtics legend posted a racy Instagram video over the weekend. The video featured Pierce in a room with exotic
racy?
dancers. Exotic dancers. What a PC way to say it. So he had a bunch of strippers
racy
in the
one.
room. So on Monday, Pierce posted a short video of him smiling with the caption, "Big things coming." So interested to see where it ends up. You said, did you say Barstool offered him like $500,000, which is what pocket change to Paul Pierce? But I mean, it's still,
Barstool did.
yeah, offered him $500,000. I heard.
A porn site did. I
Oh,
don't know
porn
what
site.
one.
What was
Yeah, you saw porn site, but I think I saw that Portnoy was having conversations with him about coming over.
I would say that would be his most obvious landing point. But I mean, with the way the world is now, just do your own fucking thing. You know, like nobody wants a boss, especially like I can't wait. We're gonna get to the point in America where we don't have to worry about all this bullshit. Like independent media is gonna be the thing. I can say and do what I want.
That's how Pat's turned out, but he also went straight to Barstool right after he got done with the NFL. But he's got his own product now.
They offered him $250,000.
Who was it, by the way?
That's what I'm trying to look. Can
It's Canada Air.
I saw the news that you have parted ways with ESPN after your posted video of social media. But we are now unemployed. I'd like to extend the position at Cam Soda as our first ever NBA analyst. As our NBA analyst, you would be required to stream yourself live on our platform every weeknight and discuss happenings around the NBA. Inside the NBA, be damned. Here at Cam Soda, we champion exotic dancers, cam girls, sex workers. We would be more than happy to accommodate your penchant for women, and you'd be free to stream with them while they twerk in the background and more. We'd be willing to pay you $250,000 a year.
I mean, they're gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to fork over more money than that. I mean,
Definitely more money.
yeah, definitely more money. But I mean, like, there you go, Paul Pierce. That's it.
His analytics were shit anyways.
Yep.
Might as well make it entertaining in the background.
Also in sports this week, we've got another fucked up story here. A MMA fighter loses his finger live in a match. This is no joke. Okay, so how tough is Kateg Palev? So, well, just days after having his finger reattached, he is already back training. So, literally during a fight, the 37-year-old got in a fight and literally starts reaches under, grabs his glove, and starts pulling illegally on the glove, causing Kateg's finger to lodge. What happened? Patterson added that when the two came to their feet, Palev threw a punch during the fight with his finger already bent, which caused the finger to sever and completely came off. And literally, he noticed in between rounds that he was missing a finger. So LeBron James sprains his ankle, gets carried off the court by his teammates. This motherfucker loses a finger, continues to fight, gets that finger reattached, and 3 days later, he's back training. They are not the same.
I'm kind of wondering what's worse, that or getting your ear bit off in the middle of a fucking fight.
I think losing my finger. I think
finger, dude, without a doubt.
I would think losing the finger. I was thinking back to the whole Tyson.
Especially if you don't know you're losing. Imagine just like getting in a fight. You think like you cut your finger, maybe you broke it, whatever. You broke your hand. You look down, you got your whole goddamn fingers gone. I think I would freak the fuck out, honestly.
I couldn't imagine, dude.
I think this next story might be my favorite story from the week, though. A Georgia man who basically he complained about getting fired from his job and about not getting his last paycheck. They showed up to his house. Oh, what the hell is this? Hold on just a second. Apparently his boss decided to show up to his house with 90,000 pennies to pay him for his last paycheck. So this is in Fayetteville, Georgia. Blah, blah, blah. All right. So a Georgia man. Go ahead.
He ended up getting $1,000 too, more than what his paycheck was.
Yep. A Georgia man says his former employer owed him a pretty penny, $915 when he left his job in November. But Andreas Flatten says he was shocked to see how they was paid, and 90,000 oil or grease-covered pennies left the end of his driveway. Left on top of the pile, he says, was an envelope containing his final pay stub and an explicit parting message, a childish thing to do, Flatten calls that. Honestly, I think this is golden. If I'm his boss, like, I'm just writing, like, this is hilarious. Fucking, by the way, I said from now on, if I get a traffic ticket, this is how I'm paying traffic tickets with pennies. But he says he left his job at Peachville City's Walker Auto Works in November, but after giving it a hard time after getting his final paycheck, turned to the Georgia Department of Labor for help in mid-March. So he'd already complained about not getting paid. Flatten says he noticed something piled up at the end of his driveway as he left his house with his girlfriend. The pennies covered with some oily substance. I mean, honestly, if he gets lucky, some of these pennies might be copper pennies. Like he actually got some more money, but got an extra. You said with that many pennies, we're bound to find a few treasures. Oxy says I've already found one from 1937. So yes, is that how he got the extra money? Then I assume, Duncan, or what?
No, it ended up being like $1,000 in pennies. Like it was more pennies than what it needed to be.
I mean, where do you find 10,000 pennies? I mean, I feel like I had to go to like. He probably spent more money going to like several banks getting this many pennies. I would feel like.
My question is, how was his boss able to do that if we have a massive coin shortage going on?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This might have caused it.
Yeah,
we need to figure this shit out because I'm I'm tired of going to the gas station. They don't have enough quarters, but this motherfucker has 90,000 pennies. Bullshit.
I hate going in the drive-through and pulling up, and they're like, "We can't take ATM, cash only right now."
Like,
I want to be like, dude, suck a fucking dick.
Give me my McDouble, bitch. More your realm. Tom Brady rookie card sells for a record $2.25 million. That is absurd for a piece of cardboard. Yes or no? Can you believe it?
The guy that sold it, if somebody wants to buy it, it's crazy.
It's worth whatever someone's willing to pay it.
Commodities right now are up because the value of the dollar is going down. So while Tom Brady is breaking records on the field, he continues to break records off the field as well. Brady's rookie card sold in March for $1.32 million, believed to be a record high for any football card. And now the same type of card has blown past a record, selling for $2.25 million.
It's got to be graded, Jimmy.
Yeah, it was graded 10. It was graded with an 8 with an autograph, graded 10. The card that sold Friday was graded 8.5 with a 9 on the autograph. I mean, that's
so it's not even a rookie. It's a 2000 playoff contender championship rookie ticket card. So, and it's autographed, numbered 99 out of 100. So I could see that. And if it's graded, it says the card that was sold Friday was graded an 8.5.
Yeah.
With a 9 on the autograph. So it wasn't even a 10.
So if you have a 10,
damn.
Find that
insane,
10.
Dude.
Go find that
That's
10,
insane.
Dunk. Go find that 10, Dunk, and
go find you a 10.
What's more insane that somebody bought that, or that people are buying like digital cards on this app that I have for like $100 on eBay.
Yep, both crazy.
It's fucking insane, dude.
I mean, I think I'm crazy. I just spent
$100.
I just spent $10, $10 on a pop figure. I think I'm crazy. I
got a Darius Leonard fucking rookie, dude. Digital. You don't
want
to
buy it? Badass.
I'll sell it to you.
$10. I'll give you $1.50. Right now, I'll tell you what I will spend my money on for sure as soon as they drop are these Adidas Tally sneakers. Fucking I tell you,
good luck.
Oh, they're gonna be, yeah. I've already seen them listed for $550.
Yeah, good luck. Those things are gonna go fast.
Oh, they're gonna, yeah. Every rich stoner on the planet's gonna own a pair, and I'm gonna have to spend
50% of America smokes weed, so you do the math.
Do the math. These are gonna be expensive as fuck.
Apparently, Colts fans are one of the biggest stoners when it comes to game day, too.
Yes, I wanted to bring that up, too.
Hold on. Whoa, go ahead.
All right, I'll bring up the story.
I've definitely contributed to this, by the way. Me and my brother have definitely contributed to this.
Robert Mathis tweeted it.
Of course.
It's biggest drunks and stoners, actually.
So they did a study, and Robert Mathis's tweet is, wow, Colts fans get it popping, too.
Yeah, buddy.
So it's game day consumption. And then it's just binge drink, smoke marijuana. Okay. So at the top of the list on both is the Atlanta Falcons at 86% and 86% binge drink, 77% smoke weed. So that's the number one. We'll do last next. Last is the New England Patriots on both. 42% binge drink, 31% smoke weed. So we knew they were.
Hey, do your job. Bill Belichick got them on the roll payroll too, for sure.
So the only other team that we worry about or care about is the Colts. So on the binge drinking side, the Colts are 5th in the league.
They're tied for 4th actually with the Buffalo Bills.
It is tied. 83% binge drink. That's football.
I've contributed. Me and you have both. DB, we've all contributed to that stat. Go ahead.
And then also tied again with the Bills is the Indianapolis Colts fans on the smoke marijuana stuff. In a state that it's not legal, by the way.
Yep.
At 73%.
Let's go.
73% of the fans in attendance at Colts games are fucking baked.
I believe it. Guess what?
Think of that, dude. They're high and drunk.
I don't know if that's correct because I've seen a lot of altercations that would make me question whether people were stoned or not.
I think they're fucking stoned, dude. Like, how else are they just like a church when Peyton Manning was on the field, dude? They're probably just sitting there like, ugh.
I tell you what, I would sneak my vape pen in every week for sure. Colts games, 2 years ago for sure. I don't know how. I guess I'd stick the bong up my ass if I wanted to.
I'm gonna look at this too for our Cincinnati Bengal fan. I would almost say that I would think the Bengals would be worse than us.
I've thought for sure. Like New Orleans or Las Vegas. Like Las Vegas has to be up there, I would say, but maybe they don't have enough.
I mean, they haven't really been Vegas other than just last year when there was nothing going on.
Yeah, New Orleans is down there. Other teams towards the top, like Jacksonville binges a lot. Baltimore's number 2 on the weed. Jacksonville number 3 on the weed. So Florida men getting it in down there and the alcohol and smoking weed before games.
Let's go, of course. And speaking of a Florida man, so every week here on Highly Inappropriate, we go straight to Google. We type in a Florida man and whatever pops up, we read about. And I tell you what, these Florida people that abuse drugs and alcohol and everything that is bad for your body, they never disappoint, because this week on a Florida man is charged after crashing his motorcycle with a baby on his lap. What the fuck? Hold on. I got to share the screen.
I'm enjoying how much you're laughing at this right now.
I mean, I know it's fucked up, but if I look at this guy, he is definitely stoned out of his mind, and I definitely see him being the type of person that would put a baby on his lap stoned. Like, he just looks like he's just got not a care in his world. He's got a place to be, so he's going to
die.
I don't know. Let's read about that, because then I'll feel pretty bad. A Florida man was arrested after a vehicular accident that critically injured his. Is it critically? So he's not dead. So let's pray for the little kid. For sure. The Clearwater Police Department tweeted that Dontrell Stanley was charged with neglect of a child with great bodily harm and having no valid driver's license. So I was not aware that the kid was actually seriously injured. That sucks, by the way. Authorities say,
I would assume automatically the kid was injured if he fell off a motorcycle.
You'd be surprised. I fell off the back of a motorcycle when I was 7 years old, and I just have a nice little scar on my arm. So
we're also talking about a baby, not you.
Right. Yeah, I know. I had a helmet on. I smacked the pavement, by the way. Fell right off the back of it. The guy my mom was dating at the time went into a ditch. I fell off the back of the motorcycle, smacked my head on the pavement. 10th Street, 10th, like just right north of Washington Street, East Washington, like just smacked the pavement right in the middle of traffic, got up like fucking nothing happened, and my arm was just covered in blood. It was awesome. So, but yeah, so the authorities say Friday's crash occurred after Stanley drove through a stop sign. So Stanley was booked in the Pinellas County Jail and later released, according to jail records. No word yet on Stanley. So no word here whether he was under the influence, but what the fuck are you thinking, dude? I don't know the laws. I don't know if can you strap I imagine you can't strap a car seat to a motorcycle. There's probably no laws. I want to know how old you have to be to ride a motorcycle, like to be a passenger. Let's look that shit up real quick.
That's got to be a law, right?
I would think so. On that. How old do you have to be a passenger on a motor? Wow.
For him to get arrested and stuff, there has to be some sort of law.
So different. It's different for every state. Indiana, required by law under age of 18 for instructional. You probably have to wear like a helmet. There's no
definitely a helmet.
There's no certain age. Maybe there's a weight limit. I don't know how.
You have to wear a helmet to ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. I mean, is that legal? Okay, so they have. There is required by law with age restrictions. There's a bunch of states. There's no laws. Illinois and Iowa do not require any law. So
So you can leave the hospital with your newborn.
Just strapped to the back of your Harley. I love it. Let's go.
Jesus criminy, dude.
Oh man. I mean, that's highly inappropriate.
That's
right
where
there.
the biker gangs live at.
I tell you what, that's what I'm gonna do. So here in Indiana, required by law with age restrictions. So so some states only require a helmet to be used at up to a certain age. It's usually between 17 and 20. Yeah, I was riding a motorcycle at 7. I mean, but this was in the 90s too. We did a lot of fucked up shit in the 90s. Okay.
I was on the back of motorcycles as a very young kid, not like a baby though.
Yeah, you didn't fall off the. Yeah, no head injuries there, Bob. I mean,
I was on the my uncle was probably early 20s, and I would get on the back of his crotch rocket one time, and he like ripped 100 miles an hour, dude, down a country road, and I'm like 7 or 8 years old. Scared the fucking shit out of me, dude. I don't get on him anymore. I will not. I hate it.
No, I would never get a crotch rocket. Too fucking dangerous. But thank you guys so much for listening to Highly Inappropriate. We'll have more news about what we're going to do on Sundays. We'll be back next Sunday. We're going to do Sunday this week. Let's go. We just might make it a thing. Maybe we'll be early. Maybe we'll be late. We'll talk to the boys. We'll see what's up. But thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcasting app. Make sure you ring the bell on YouTube, and subscribe. That way you're notified every time we post a new video. And like us on Facebook. That's at Highly Inappropriate or Highly Inappropriate Entertainment, HI Entertainment, or on Instagram and Twitter at Highly Inappropriate Podcasts. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace out.
Peace.